Genshin's new endgame mode, Stygian Onslaught. There's a lot of buzz around the controversial and cost-prohibitive game mode. There's a lot of criticism around the pay-to-win pressure of the system and the lack of any truly meaningful, innovating gameplay mechanics. There's a timer, there's a boss, and you can beat the most rewarding difficulty if either A, you cheat, antagonistic to the system, or B, you submit to the system and your account meets extreme, strictly tuned criteria where Stygian Onslaught is most likely not just a single product, but suggests itself as a more final part of a 6-month marketing strategy, which is also most likely nested within a grander corporate monetization strategy. Genshin first departed from its historical one premium banner per cycle in January of 2025 with Mavwika's and Setlali's simultaneous launch. Technically, if we consider March 13th, 2024, with the launch of the first Chronicled Wish, that's the multiple premium banners, and the schedules associated, 10 months after the first Chronicled, 5 months after the second Chronicled, this suggests a ramp up of monetization. Back to Mavwika and Setlali though. We can safely assume that Hoyo wants you to pull on both characters, but they face the challenge of implanting the psychological need as players are most likely asking themselves, do I really want or need both? It will be quite noteworthy how Hoyo managed to get 3 different psychological states biased towards one general conclusion. I think this is one of the most funniest thumbnails I've ever seen in my life. The Realm of Tempered Valor. This product is specifically designed to actuate the very question to all participating customers, with all the elegance of obfuscating the direct question presented to the customer within a digital media playground. Do I describe it as more of an incentivized consent to imprisonment or something? The permanent once-in-a-lifetime reward, it's a JPEG by the way, required either Mavwika or an extremely select combination of characters, being much more difficult with solutions outside of this.
So that was a tough loss. How do you feel after that?
How the fuck you think I feel?
During and after Tempered Valor, many players took to online streets to voice their frustrations. From a marketing perspective, the corporate level rage baiting was a success. Though it is inevitable that there will be a population of players that would be able to achieve a win by John Wicking the damn thing, this is far beside the point. This is psychological warfare, and any discourse not focusing on that is simply obfuscation via useful idiocy.
Yeah, I'm good.
This is Bran Online, a Genshin content creator which has uniquely put himself in both the yes I got both and no positions by self-restricting his clear attempts. By this point, this is a man tired of losing. We will soon witness this man reaching into the yes jar.
Let's fucking get this shit done, and then I want to try the final difficulty.
While it's likely that Bran's relief stems from putting an end to repeatedly headbutting into a brick wall, this relief is forcibly married to financial decisions made months prior. This psychological association will most likely have a powerful branding effect, encouraging a normalization of his past purchase behavior. June 25th, 2025, Stygian Onslaught on Human Psychology. This product is scheduled quite close to the anniversary of Genshin, very well placed to offer psychological relief to offset the previous beating, similar to Tempered Valor, but ramped up. more desirable rewards than a simple JPEG with more required game items. The optimal characters for this are Skirk and Mavwika, which will both be available during the Stygian Onslaught cycle. Emily is also a missing variable for burn functionality against the current Stygian boss that can be exploited with burn. Truly a masterfully curated character selection that heavily benefits from the psychological state of previous knowers and further positively reinforcing the yesers. However, Stygian Onslaught's requirements have far more requirements than just these characters. Not having the missing pieces only enhanced purchase pressure for the customer for future cycles. Missing pieces as a variable can always be subjected to being redefined. These characters can also be invalidated in future cycles. Functional scalability. It is safe to assume that Hoyo has the data to make predictions in regarding to new account acquisition, new account retention, and the big one, churn rate, how many accounts they can expect to lose per a given period. Another big data point is the churn rate of entrenched active accounts. It is through this process that they will be able to determine the best timeframes to implement their more aggressive monetization strategies. An interview with Hoyo with the media spin similar to this Forbes article was released, the spin being that Hoyo wanted to avoid player anxiety in some way. The actual quote, "The Spiral Abyss is one of the most effective ways for players to test out their party composition and combat strength. If we design another type of permanent endgame that is similar to Spiral Abyss, it might end up creating excessive anxiety for our players. Not everyone is interested in Musk Reef." It is quite clear that Hoyo did not state any definitive aversion to player anxiety, and let's not pretend they don't deploy a lot of FOMO. What is most notable here is Forbes' assist. The author of the article willingly or unknowingly helps obfuscate Hoyo's possible intentions with a sense of confusion. What? Why would a developer do this? Obfuscation helps Hoyo keeps customers within the fog of war in marketing, boosting the effectiveness of their marketing initiatives.
Again, the way you really make money in any industry is not necessarily by making the product. It's by making the platform and making the system through which the product moves, you know?
But I was able to do it. Simply misses the entire point. Targeting the feelings of inadequacy, the feeling of the need to invest more,
because it's all part of the plan.
and any signal boost that detracts from what's really happening, the capitalization of feelings of anxiety, takes away from Hoyo's accountability. From a brand perspective, Stygian is a progressive step towards driving demand and satisfaction of high-end products, as Genshin now finally has a digital product range that covers both low-end and high-end customers. Some people have shot back, noting that whales already get everything, and although I understand where they are coming from, it is usually good business practice to offer something special or exclusive to your top spenders, or even producers. Moreover, Hoyo has shifted the balance of power more in their favor, as through Stygian they can say without saying, buy what we tell you to be able to continue getting the coolest stuff.
It means I can't just like invest highly for one season and then reap the rewards. I have to invest highly into every season, which is really, really annoying.
Do you want to play a game?
Like, there was literally one dude who joined my world and he straight up just wanted me to look at his banner.
I've done it. I've done it.
It was worth it for me. It's like a point of just personal pride. This is the game I love. To be able to beat it with the restrictions that I set for myself, it feels very, very good.
I've done it.
One thing to close out is a shout out to Bren and Jello. These guys are great dudes that do a lot for the community. We're all victims of Hoyo's oppressive marketing here.